The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. Throwing on first down is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Now Murray. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, 59 yards. And the Cardinals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now Joe Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
11. Check.
On second down, here's Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
11.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. Being chased out left. And the reception made by Green. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Open space inside the 10. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Jordan Evans, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now it's Mixon running right. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 33. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Mixon will try the right side. Uses the stiff arm. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and 8 coming up. A handoff to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone.
Prime time, baby.
Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point good by Prater, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to Mixon on first down.
141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action with Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Hopkins strong running. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Murray now to throw. Rolling to his left. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown Arizona. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the turnover, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A final shot before half for Murray. Buying time, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Kyler Murray, as time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Extra point good by Prater. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown.
There he goes left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
75 yards.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 2nd and 10, Murray going deep for Hopkins. They've got his man complete. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run,
there he goes right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
75 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Murray now. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 39 yards there. A big one.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now from Murray.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
To throw, it's Murray. Escaping, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run is Counter. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll roll him out right. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Murray going to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now a give right side. Mixon. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from the 20. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Here's Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back to throw it, Murray. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
On second down, Connor looking for space. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Again, a run with Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And outbounds right around the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Burrow. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Murray. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw is Murray.
And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Steps away. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Mixon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Mixon finding some room at midfield, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Right shot. Check 31. Check 31. Shoot. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Here's a give to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the run, it's Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's get set. Big 13. Big 13.
Now Burrow. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground. It brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals
Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Trucks over him. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We ain't giving them nothing. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Here we go. Right 80. Right 11.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11 mighty.
Now Joe Mixon working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here 3 yards remain for second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll go again to Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 38, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw. And it's caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A final shot now for Burrow. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Giants. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Ready? Let's go, defense. Shoot.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. Into the secondary again. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
11 mighty. 11.
First carry now for Chris Evans.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
28 yards. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him so far. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, shot. 11.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Saquon Barkley, and the Giants are going to jump back in front. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Mixon with a first down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Burrow on play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff to Mixon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. That's caught by Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. On 1st down, Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Jones flush to his right, finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Escape, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Burrow. Open man is Uzama. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Burrow. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.